What's going on, everybody? This is Master Gill and welcome back to another Gill Reacts video. Today we're going to be looking at a live presentation from Mr. Sakurai himself, the last and final DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now there's going to be a little bit of a background history going on here because there's been a whole bunch of leaks, rumors, and speculations all concerning this final DLC character since we didn't get any teaser, any glimpse, or anything like that during the Game Awards, as disappointing as the Game Awards was, but that's another entirely different story regardless, that I do not want to share. Anyways, with all that being said and done, there are a whole bunch of, as I said, there's a whole bunch of rumors, leaks, and speculations regarding this fifth DLC character since we didn't get any sort of word regardless, since it's pretty much going to be February coming up soon, and that's where the deadline is supposed to be at in regards to all the DLC characters being available for the first DLC pack. There's a lot to go from, and I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to cover, considering that it's going to start in pretty much 10 minutes by the time I'm recording this. So I'm just gonna try to do the best that I can and zoom through all of this. And so let us begin. So with the final DLC character being on the way in just a couple of minutes, I want to share with you guys a little bit of a history in regards to this. Now, legitimate leakers, or journalists as one would like to call themselves, but hey, more power to you. I don't judge. The two English. Wow, I cannot speak. The two legitimate leakers, Sabi and Vergebrand, have been deconfirming a lot of fighters that people have been thinking that is going to be the last DLC fighter or DLC fighters in general, and they had a long list of companies that are not going to be either the fifth DLC fighter or probably not going to be part of any of the DLC packs in general. But that's not here or there. All these leaks and rumors are just getting out of hand. I just want them to stop. Please, for the love of God, just stop. It's time to stop. It's time. Knock it off. So anyway, I do believe that both Sabi and Vergebrand both confirmed that Dante was not going to be DLC number 5. And I think they said it's going to be probably going to be down the line, maybe in the Season 2 pack, but I'm not entirely sure. I usually don't believe these leaks, rumors, or anything like that until we get confirmation from the teller themselves. Then, all hands on deck. Oh my god, this character is going to be in Smash Brothers. Now, I'm still holding on to my own personal wish list of who I want to see in Super Smash Brothers. And I really do not know who is it going to be. Now, a whole bunch of leaks, and I keep saying leaks and rumors because it keeps portraying to this, and we're all extremely hyped for this. It keeps going back to possibly 3 candidates that I'm seeing. Oh my god. I just noticed the way I just did that. According to the thumbnail, this is also going to be what people are going off the rails for, is the thumbnail of Mr. Sakurai himself holding up 3 fingers. Now, I'm also going to get to that in just a second, but back to what I was originally saying, there is a whole bunch of speculation that it's going to be Dante from Devil May Cry, considering for a number of reasons. One, that it's going to be Dante for a number of reasons. One of the reasons being that the voice actor for V from Devil May Cry 5 may have just kind of spoiled it and maybe dropped the bomb on us. Oh, I hope I don't get demonetized for saying that. He's basically stated in a podcast that he was a part of that he was kind of disappointed and sad that V might not be able to get into Smash Bros. It's going to be one of his dreams of V being in either Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or Marvel vs. Capcom. And he hinted or dropped that it's probably going to be Dante. There's probably more so it's going to be Dante, which he's going to be a part of Super Smash Brothers. Now, if this is either a teaser or he was just joking, or it's pretty much a contract breach, I honestly don't know. Of all of this, I personally do not know. And I don't actually believe all this. I don't want to believe all this until I see for myself. Actions speak louder than words. That's what I was always raised to believe. Another thing that revolves around Dante is the producer himself posted on Twitter the key dates to pay attention to in regards to new Devil May Cry content that's supposed to be coming out for this, when we port it to the Switch. Now, when I saw the tweet, I don't know if I'm saying that that Dante might be confirmed for Super Smash Brothers. It's just rather portraying that all the content that's revolving around Devil May Cry is getting some content that's going to be added into it when it's getting ported to the Switch. But we'll see when we watch the video. Another speculation that seems to arise is the possibility of O'Reilly from, I'm guessing, the Puyo Puyo series is supposed to be coming because of the Daisy theory that I keep hearing about. So basically, though, from the 1-year anniversary of Super Smash Brothers, where Daisy was supposed to be doing one of her taunts when she's holding up the peace sign, and a whole bunch of concept art of O'Reilly is doing the peace sign, and it also ties into the color theory that's supposed to be going around, where orange is the last one that's supposed to be used. And everyone keeps saying she fits the bill. Along with her is with Cosmos, but I haven't been hearing much of Cosmos. And now we're going to catch up to the thumbnail theory. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know if it's any other name. That's what I'm going to call it. It is Mr. Sakurai himself holding up three fingers, and is he dabbing right now? He is the god of Super Smash Brothers, the Holy Father himself, so I'm going to let this slide. People are speculating that it ties to either Devil May Cry 3, Dante, Crash Bandicoot, did I pronounce that right? Either Crash Bandicoot because of one of his poses has him holding up 3 fingers, or it portrays the Kingdom Hearts 3, which of course means Sora. Now honestly, Sora and Crash are kind of on my wish list because I wouldn't mind seeing them, especially Sora. Then since we're also getting some new DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3, which is next week, January 23rd, which is actually one day after my birthday, so we'll see. But enough about that. I think I've managed to wrap up everything. If I managed to leave anything out, be sure to leave everything that I mostly missed in the comment section down below. And the presentation is about to begin in just a couple of seconds, and so I will jump to the part where it's about to be live. And so if you guys cool with this and you doubt this, everybody get ready and buckle up, cause here we go. I gotta stop doing that, man. Jay, if you're watching this, I love you. I love your videos. Please don't sue me for copyright.
Yeah, I feel bad about blocking you. Actually, no, I don't.
Oh, this is so exciting. Let's go. Oh, is this a Fire Emblem character? Oh no.
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
Just probably representing 3 houses. I forgot about that. Oh no. Maybe it's not 3 houses? I don't know. But
what were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap?
oh boy.
I are one. I too
Not a
am
Fire Emblem
trapped
character,
in
that's
this
DLC. It's probably not a Sora
In
character.
time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
I'm prepared to join Smash Brothers.
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
Huh?
Yep.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
Bela joins Smash House.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself!
Ooh, I like the stage. Does he have a critical? I don't know. Okay, flurry attacks, okay. Oh dang, okay. And he's my game.
And sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there?
Well,
And
yeah.
you wield the sword as well? What will
Well,
you do?
I mean, he does. Doesn't it turn into a whip?
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Oh,
How is this?
that'll work. Oh, go after the skin. Of course, the male and female.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero.
Okay, that's Link. Okay, but that down smash is almost. Oh, wow.
Strike with superior reach. Use Amir's overwhelming power.
Ooh, Hatchet Man. Yeah, that's Hatchet Man right there.
Unleash the blinding speed of Fail Not.
That's Link's arrows.
Along with the sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction. Your will and mine be now as one! To you, both sides of time are revealed! Through Smash, show the world!
Okay. Yep, another Fire Emblem character. Fantastic.
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released
That's
just
the same
last
thing
summer,
before.
so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and it will also be available for purchase individually.
Okay.
In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
Really?
The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games.
But he's still a sword character mainly.
Plus, something made it stand out from
I
other
think we knew
Nintendo
from the
products.
beginning that he was probably going to get into
Characters could
he was going to probably
permanently-
get into Smash either way.
That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you, but a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem Fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn. And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many?
I wasn't
if
thinking
you
at all.
include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア776、封印の剣、烈火の剣、聖魔の功績、草原の奇跡、暁の女神、新暗黒竜新紋章。
He just flipped us off. Did y'all see that? He gave us the bird.
There you go, 17.
Oh my god.
変な数え方してます。
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was
Yeah, you
counting in
flipped us off.
binary.
つまりこれが全部
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
Oh
You can
lord.
actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023. If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go.
People are dropping F's in the chat.
What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example.
Oh man.
Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter. I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
But yeah, somehow you
And of
did.
course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference. The game has multiple routes and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand. Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Wow.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Okay, let's see what it's got to show us.
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them.
Wow.
Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually,
Wow.
you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
Can you use it like Simon
They also
Swift?
use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword
Oh my
overhead.
god. That's
The
Simon's
hit
up
detection
tilt.
for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like
That's the
this.
oh no, that 006 is up special from
It
Brawl.
was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Oh wow.
you can do awful things like this.
Wow. Oh my god.
That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage. Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So
Like
that's the up
Simon. And other people
Now,
with
for the
grapplers.
sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right? If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next,
So
the
with
side
that
smash
outrageous
attack.
bar.
This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
Oh. So it has like a tipper effect maybe?
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger. And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Of course it is.
The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far.
Maybe it could be
That's
used for a
why,
good
as a
combo
rule,
setup.
You want to hit with the blade part aimed upward, or downward in this case. Next, the side special
Could
move.
be a good check. Could use for a tech situation.
Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit. Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this.
Really?
But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
Oh my god.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning to
Yeah,
the side
but
air
they
attacks from
they
earlier, they
fall
have
rather
great
fast.
horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well, although you'll be vulnerable when you land.
Yeah, duh.
Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong.
It's slow.
You can try for a
And
meteor
the
effect
spikes.
with this attack.
So he
Next
has two
is the down
spikes.
smash attack. A heavy
What?
swing
Spikes
with
are
the
so
axe,
big.
back and forth.
Where's he
As you
just
can
so
see,
small?
it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
You should have said. You should have said.
When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Oh.
which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this.
Wow.
It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you
Pretty
get
good
grabbed.
grab. Of course.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze
Oh.
past platforms
Oh.
like this to reach a lower
Okay, that's
area.
not bad.
It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack. Also, you can turn around during the move.
little
The
bit more
swing takes a
powerful.
while, so if an
Little bit more
opponent runs
powerful.
behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents. Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter.
Well, you can read the counter though.
Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table.
Hey, look,
It
it's
only
Link.
appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy
So I'm
to
guessing
create certain
so it
combos.
looks like the stage has like stage transitions as well.
And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance.
Okay,
It works up
that's
until
something.
this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You
Okay.
charge up
That
power
doesn't
like
too
so,
bad.
charge a bit more, and then fire.
29?
But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you
High
see,
risk, high
a situation
reward.
like this is pretty terrible. Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything.
Oh, that sucks.
Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a
Excuse
move
me?
called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version. As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
I guess that looked cool.
ソティスが誰であるのか何なのかというのは原作で確認してみていただければと思います。
Now, let's
I'm really
talk about
liking
the
the
color
back.
variations.
I'm
It's
really
set
liking
up so that the
how the
default and
stage looks.
odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will of
I
course
recognize
understand
that.
what I'm referring to.
Oh yeah.
The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier.
Oh wow, he made it so that she's by
And the
herself.
seventh and eighth variations
Give
have
us
a
the
different
hack,
haircut,
Sakurai,
which is
please.
based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
Oh. Oh, I know what that is. Spoilers!
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery. This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral all in one stage.
Yep.
It's the type of
basically like
stage that
Castle
rotates
Siege.
through different areas, such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a
Fartness?
For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but...
why would you do
break
this?
them, you see?
Why would you do this?
If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
I like how the debris is still there.
And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper.
He's
You
just
often
there.
pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll come crashing back down.
Oh,
You've broken through the
goodness.
ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire, and as such,
Oh,
they embrace
man.
their military
Unless
might.
this is like an anime.
Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to
Like
the
an
conflict.
anime that I once saw.
Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to
Oh
knock
wow,
them
you can
down.
stand on them. Oh, boxing ring.
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters though. So,
Oh my God.
it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down.
Oh my god.
Also, you can break this table. Like so. Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
Oh god.
Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed. It's similar to the bridge of Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence.
What
They
is
belong
Lawrence
to the
doing?
Leicester Alliance.
What is... Oh my god.
Because it's an alliance of many
Lawrence
noble
is like
families,
you
could
remind
say
me
that
of
they have a
Yusuke
wide
for some
assortment of
reason.
members.
But he also...
And Claude
No,
is
he
the
reminds me of
sharpest
James
one.
from Team Rocket. He got the blue hair, he got the
Incidentally,
rose.
both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the Fail Knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly. The last area is the cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Sedith, Flayn, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn. She seems to be under the protection of him and
Sedith
Rhea,
looks like
who you can
Sephiroth
see
Snape
fighting
from Harry
during the
Potter.
opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
2.5?
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker!
Why did you do this?
And Hero!
Is it a 1v5?
You really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on. It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad. And again. I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack. Got him.
Very nice.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch.
Come on, Sakurai. Let's see what you got. Come on.
Huh. Good one. If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected.
Alright, Sakurai.
Good, there's Mom.
There's Mom? Really?
You're in a good spot, Mom.
Wow. What was he supposed to do?
Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get this Smash Ball. See? They got it.
Alright, watch out.
But I mustn't give up.
Oh, wow.
I can't waste this chance.
Wow, they got the shield break and everything. Okay, Sakurai, I
There's
see
another Smash
you.
Ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for?
You only does 30%.
There's still more. Whack.
Whack.
Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although
Okay, counter.
I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him!
Never mind. I hit him.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
Good game.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Really?
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement
Oh,
of the main
Square
themes in both
Enix,
Japanese
you
and
still
English.
do Final Fantasy
I
so
hope you'll enjoy
dirty.
these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters.
I can see that.
Sothis is Legend
Oh.
class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but
Of
you'll
course.
find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Pretty amusing.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Oh, here we go. This is probably the last thing that they have to show with the PlayStation's over. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? Oh my god. I need this costume. I hate this game so much. I love Assassin's Creed. Oh no. Kill it with burn it with fire. Oh god. They look hideous. That looks hideous. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay, Mega Man X. Ooh. Mega Man X. More Mega Man. EXE. Oh my god! I'm done. That includes the music track. I'm done. Oh my god. I'm done. Oh my god.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well.
Oh my god.
After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo. The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th. And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
Where's the orange? Was that supposed to be Banjo-Kazooie for orange and yellow?
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play. As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Are we getting more? Oh, 5 more coming. 6 more. Ooh!
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out. And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
Oh my god. Jeez.
Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Oh!
Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them. But I still hope you'll look forward to it.
Oh my god.
We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have. It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That looks kind of weird.
This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2. It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world. Seems like Street Fighter II was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales.
You should be proud, Sakurai.
However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter II, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is #1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
I can see that.
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters.
And the 6 is on the way, which is going to be a total of 11?
The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC. Which means, no breaks for me.
You said this
I
last
plan
time.
to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Oh, man. Wow, that was... Okay. Oh, really? Yeah. Just gonna give us that. All right. We'll take that. Well, this was a bit unexpected. Unexpected and kind of a little unexpected. People had their hopes up for Dante, and instead we get Baylor from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Kind of had a feeling that somehow it was going to get into Smash Brothers, because he did the same thing with Corrin when Fire Emblem Fates came out. At least it's kind of unique. Still technically a sword character, but at least it has other tools at their disposal. So that's cool, I guess. The stages were kind of pretty, even though it was just pretty much another stage transition like Castle Siege and all the other stages, but what can you do? I'm honestly not disappointed. It was just kind of saw it coming. But at least we're now getting 6 instead of 5 DLC fighters. Kinda sucks that, of course, again, I have to remain silent. Maybe we'll get something in February 2020. Don't know. Anyway, that wraps up this reaction video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, share it with your family. Be sure to subscribe to my channel to check out the other content that I've done. What do you guys thought about this video? What do you guys thought about the character review? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were you expecting something more, something less? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to add me on Twitter, add me on DeviantArt, add me on... I'm about to say Google+. I don't think Google+ is a thing anymore. Is it a thing anymore? Nah, I don't think so. Add me on Discord, add me on Steam, add me on Twitch, add me on all kinds of stuff. And so, it's Master Gil. I'll see you all next time. Bruh. I need help. I need some serious help.